Let's see. Mayor Lightfoot. This is from WBEZ. Patrick Smith. I love this article. Mayor Lightfoot blamed gun violence on judges, but emails show her staff knew it wasn't true. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are able to go back in times thanks to the email hack of Jones Day. We are able to know pretty much in real time during the events what the mayor's office knew while Mayor Lightfoot, Superintendent Brown started their campaign to campaign against bail reform. You know, Miss Mayor Progressive, massive justice system reformer, arguing against a vastly researched, vastly supported, evidence-based program. And now, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Her staff knew when she was saying it the first time, after the July 4th weekend, 2019, they knew it was a lie. And we have proof that Susan Lee, the deputy mayor, wrote memos circulating it, and some of that probably went to the mayor. There's no way and I think the article says it did go to the mayor. She knew. Not only does she know, she talks to criminal justice reformers all the time. She knew. Her deputy chief of staff, Maurice Clausen, is an ex-prosecutor. He was with MacArthur. He knew it. Before he took the deputy chief of staff's office, he was with the MacArthur Foundation working on a variety of things but criminal justice reform. He knows it, but they just kept pushing this lie out, lie after lie after lie, and it comes out of the mayor's mouth all the time. Total political hackery. Blaming others. This is what Lightfoot is so good at. So let me read you a couple long quotes, but it's really interesting. After a violent 4th of July weekend in 2019, both Mayor Lightfoot and then Police Superintendent David Brown, we can't keep our community safe if people just keep cycling through the system. About 10 days later, then Deputy Mayor of Public Safety Susan Lee emailed some of her colleagues, alerting them that a group of public officials had taken issue with the mayor and superintendent, attributing violence to the people bonding out of jail, referring to the process in which people accused of crimes can pay money to be released from jail if the judge finds they would not be a threat to public safety. That's the only reason you get cash bail, if you're not an imminent threat. Lee noted that the group had data showing that very few folks who bonded out actually committed offenses with a gun. That's right, actually, they committed very few offenses, period. Lee wrote in an email that she knew there were concerns about the quality of the data from some. No. That is BS. Don Steeman, Dave Olson, Loyola, go look on our archive. You can see the show. That's it. They had the data. That's BS. But, I mean, you don't have to believe Evans' review. You don't have to believe what Kim Fox was saying, but you can believe two independent, highly credentialed academic researchers doing research all around the country. Don and Dave are beyond reproach. But she also wrote that the Chicago Police Department was invited to review the data, but that review never happened. So this was about, and I wrote, a big blog about it. This is about the Bail Project, and I forgot the name of the other organization because they were paying cash bails for people. So the mayor and superintendent are fine when rich white people get out for crimes. They just don't want poor black people to get out on crimes. Poor people should stay because they can afford it. They should say no one should help them pay for their bail. If you can personally afford it and you're rich, it's fine, get out. That's what that translates into. This is Brown a year later. A year later, the mayor's office is circulating this throughout her office, including the mayor, in July of 2019. This is Brown a year later in the midst of the unrest and protests from David Brown. Electronic monitoring and low bond amounts given to offenders endangers our residents and flies in the face of hard work our police officers put on a daily basis to take them off the streets. I will continue to bring attention to the sheer number of repeat offenders who are given little or no jail time and low bonds and go on to commit more crimes. This is a narrative they refuse to drop. The solution isn't getting rid of bail. The solution isn't locking them up. All the social science research shows it. They don't care. David Brown is not an honest actor. He isn't. His history in Dallas, which we're going to bring forward in not too long distant future, and his time here proves it. And unfortunately, Mayor Lightfoot is following it. She enabled this guy. She put him in his position. And now they are both repeating a mantra about people getting out of jail and low bonds and all this stuff, and how it's contributing to what's going on in the city. And it isn't. And then they're not doing anything to fix the actual social circumstances in Chicago. Superintendent Brown is bringing back roving squads again. Failure after failure after failure, but we just keep bringing them back. He's got a new one. It's a community response team, and they're going to do all these interesting things. Don't look at who's on it like offenders. Cops who have massive complaint histories for abuse. Don't worry about them. Don't look under the covers. This is a joke, and they know it. I don't think Susan Lee has ever talked to the press. Someone ought to get her to talk, because I bet you this has something to do with it. That is just plain dishonesty from the mayor and the superintendent. They got called on it. They got pushed on it. They knew it. Their deputy chief of staff for public safety knew it, knew the data was there. They don't care. It gives them political points. They're going to do it. Okay. Frustrating. Big week for frustration against the mayor and our justice system for sure. And some of our legislators will see where we are a week from today. So we are off Friday and Monday for the holiday. We'll restart our regular Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5:30 Central a week from today. If you got topics for the show, info@chicagojustice.org, or you can hit us up on any of our social media. We're on Instagram, but also the show streams on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. Hit us up in any of those places, and we'll be happy to consider bringing topics and answering questions on the show. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great holiday weekend.